Hello, hello. Is it working? Yes, it's working. Okay. What happened? What just happened? Okay, my computer just completely froze and the stream was off. Suddenly, out of nowhere. Like, what the? What? Why? And OBS literally just crashed and said that there is a problem with the NVIDIA drivers. Alright, like, I didn't even rebooted the PC, the computer. I just started streaming again. But what? Like what? Why? OBS simply said no, I don't want to do this anymore and crashed my entire PC. Luckily, after a while, like a minute or two, my PC just came back to life. Dude, what the? What? Okay, it's not the same music that I was playing because I couldn't even pause the music, and I don't remember which track was playing. But yeah, dude, what the heck? That's sad. That's really sad. And kind of worrying, to be honest. Not like too much worrying, to be honest. I was just working on the chair and stuff like that. If I lost this, there would be absolutely no problem. I could just remake it. It was nothing like important, right? So let me just see how this chair will look like in game. Yeah, so this chair actually looks very pretty in game. Very pretty. But I'll have to change the... I have a few stuff that I have to change. Okay. I guess that the size of the chair is actually very good. I can just put people here on top of it. And yeah, that's it. I think the size is really good. But one thing that I have to do is actually change the canvas size to 96 to 96. Yes. 1, 2, 1. Put it right here. Then I may have to change a few details because I added too much little details, like stuff that doesn't even matter. You know, this stuff it's kind of bothering me a little. You know. Oh yeah, so I'll just make it like 1 pixel shorter. Right, so I'll just make it 1 pixel shorter, like this. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Okay. yeah, if we have the chair here, the customer can just sit and wait. I kind of like it. Oh, sorry. Hmm. Chair air. Yeah, I don't quite like this cushion. This cushion actually makes it look like a lot a restaurant, not a actual made cafe, you know? You know what I mean? So this was definitely not the best choice for cushions, you know. Just completely delete that shade there, because I don't really need it. Yeah, I really don't need it. Okay, now I could indeed just add something like this. It makes a lot of sense. But I want something different. I want something more vibrant. Maybe having like the real deal here. Or like classic red cushions. How do they look in the game? Let me test it. Ooh, I think they look fancy. Too fancy, actually. And the good old purple. Even fancier. And this shade here might be good actually. The only problem is that it merges with the ground. It's not very good. I'll keep it red. I think red is the best color for the chairs. One problem that I have with the chairs like this is that they look very strange. I don't know what it is. I'll just show you, just for the sake of doing it. Okay, so look at this. What's wrong with these chairs? I think it's the perspective. The perspective is not right. But it just fits so well the customer here, you know, just like eating and stuff. Maybe if I put this one tile upwards? No. No, it simply doesn't work. I feel like these chairs are good looking and they fit tables and they fit what I need them to. Because I can just sit right here, you know. Imagine me being a customer, you know, I just enter here, come here and sit right here. It fits me perfectly, it really looks like I'm sitting. But there's something about these chairs that just are not quite right to me. But I don't know what it is. Yeah, one thing that I'll have to do here... Yeah, by the way, this is the folder with all the files. One thing that I have to do, by the way, is... change chair. Actually, chair air. No, this chair is actually chair air. It is actually the right chair. But this chair is actually facing left. But yeah, this is the right chair. So just wait a little bit and I'll make the left chair. Which is the chair L. Let's add the chair L, just so I can see. I believe it also has to do with the ground patterns. I think the ground patterns with the chairs are actually kind of creating a very strange feeling, you know? Yeah, the perspective is very broken, very wrong actually. Don't mind that. I'll not change that because the perspective of the ground is one, but the perspective of the walls is another one. And I want to have this just so you can see all the walls, you know? But you should actually be able to see this chair like a lot from the top, you know? I think that's it. The tables and the chairs have a perspective, the ground has another perspective, and the walls has another perspective. Everything has different points of view. Yeah. I actually already knew that this would happen. This different points of view. Let me see if this works better. So this kinda looks good actually. I was actually planning on having less space between each table. You know, I can actually make the tables bigger, but I don't quite like that idea. I want to try I want to try this way, you know? Okay. Now back to the drawing board. Okay. So I must have a even thicker chair. Let me just see if it makes some difference. And my click team just bugged. Oh god, I fucking hate when it does that. Sorry for the swear. Sorry for swearing, but dude, what the? What the? Ah, okay, it was my mistake. Sometimes my click team fusions simply do not spawn the object that I just created, but this time I thought it was that glitch, that bug, but it was not. It was just my mistake, right? So yeah, so this actually looks a lot better. One thing that I'll actually change is this. The removal of detail. From closer, this doesn't look good, but from far away, maybe? Yeah, but that's the problem, it's too much detail. I think that I'll just leave it this way. I'll remove the spheres. The spheres. I'll remove the spheres. let me just see if having a uglier chair may help. Yeah, uglier chair actually draws less attention, but it's uglier. And that's something that I'll have to figure out. How to make... If I just bring the spheres. But simply don't add light to them. Or instead just draw a very simple line. Yeah, I kinda like these chairs. To be honest, they're too beautiful. And it would be cool if the color from the table would actually be used here in the chairs. Right. Yeah. These colors are being used. They are. The only problem are these ones down here. This down here should be using these other colors here. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. This should make the chair a little bit more consistent to the table. Yeah, it did actually. but it also looks good with the different colors. I think I'll keep it like this. Yeah. So this, oh no. Before the table. Like this. This is the chair R. And this is the chair L. But the chair L, I want to do something different. I want to just do this. Just for the sake of doing it, you know? Nothing too crazy. So, chair R. Chair L. Yeah, I find it kinda cute. Very cute. It is cute, actually. It's just the perspective and the ground. The perspective and the ground are the only stuff that are actually bothering me. Okay, look at this. I've seen these chairs. You can just perfectly sit in them. And that's how I want it to be. You see, you can sit here, you have the menus right here. But the ground is just bothering me a little. Like the color of the ground is bothering me a little. Of course, and the whole perspective thingy, but the perspective, I really don't know how I can do it better. Like I want the player to have a way to know when someone enters from down below. And I want the chairs to be in this perspective, actually. The way that the character spins is kind of funny. Yeah. I think that everything is too yellow. I really like the yellow walls, but I think they give a kind of strange vibe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's just that it's not perfect, you know. And there's too much heart, too many hearts actually. There's too many hearts. But the hearts at the center of the tables, I don't want to get rid of them because I really like them. The hearts on the chairs, I don't want to get rid of them because they are a very nice detail. I try to be as consistent as I can. But this is definitely bothering me a little. Okay, but I find it cute. It isn't cute, like, look at me sitting here with a double barrel shotgun. But the ground is kinda messing with me. Okay, but I'll leave it like this. I'll leave it this way. Let me just remove the unnecessary stuff. One thing that I kind of want to do right now is to change the size of the cafeteria, you know. I will indeed just remove let me just test it out. Test this very quickly. And then if everything was this close from each other, it would be actually very cramped, but it's kinda beautiful, you know. I want to try something else. But where can I just remove one whole tile? $16 from here. $16 from here. And 16 from here. I believe. Let me merge it all together. Let me just save it so I can see how it looks right here. 1, 2, 3. Hmm. 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 Let me just show you that. So now it's a lot like more cramped. Keep in mind that the chairs and tables are actually half a tile, like they're off-grid. I removed this chair here since it's like it doesn't fit another chair here. So it would be just 6 chairs, you know. 2 couples and 2 ones with 4 different tables. This looks very cramped, to be honest. And I don't really know if I like it. I actually like it a lot, to be honest, a lot. It's a lot better than the previous design. But I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do, you know. Because this will actually limit the player movements a lot. You will not have any space to just walk around and... yeah. Keep in mind that here will be the counter, right? So you will not have space to just walk around and do stuff. Which is not very bad necessarily, because I don't want you to have lots of space. I want this place to be kind of cramped, to feel very cramped. But I don't know. You know what? This would be the perfect game to add those black borders on the sides, you know? Yeah. This would be really the perfect game to do that. But will I do that? Probably not. Probably not. I kind of like this establishment this way. But I don't know. Let me just compare the versions, right? My fear is that this configuration here is too little, too cramped, you know? Too much cramped. So just seeing here. Yeah, this is too cramped. I don't feel like I can keep this, even though it would be a lot better. I feel like I cannot do that. But I don't know, what do you think? If you feel like this looks better, tell me. It's actually not that hard to just change. I'm really thinking about leaving it like this for now. And after I add the collisions, after I do all of that, I just change, you know? I just change back to the original version. What do you think? I think that's my best move. Yeah, I really think that's my best move. Maybe the yellow walls are not all that good. Now I just noticed one very interesting thing, okay? So let me just reopen a sprite very quickly. Which is here. You should actually be doing that. You know? Does it look better? I'm not completely sure. Just it is. It's 8. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, I really feel like this makes a lot more sense. Cafe walls. Cafe walls. But yeah, I think that's it. There's too much detail. Yeah. But I'm not sure about what to do. I still think the ground is kind of the problem. Because the ground is not beautiful, it's not pretty. So let me just open this. And remove it like this, and then remove it like this, and then just merge it together. Let's try different configurations of grounds, you know? One of them may work. Yeah, a reddish ground. I think that's it. I have to have a more... Yeah, I gotta have a more warm ground. But just for the sake of doing it. What a... Oh, blue, it's so ugly. It was this purple, actually. Yeah? No, it was not this purple. I find this purple beautiful, but it doesn't fit. It really does not fit. I'm really thinking about heading with a color like this one. This is actually very strange. Let me try the good old brown. Maybe the problem with the ground is actually the patterns. I think the checked pattern kinda... it's very cool, I like it a lot. But I may not be able to use it, to be honest. Because this pattern is just pissing me off so much. Because the problem with the perspective is that there's 3 different points of perspective, right? There's the point of view of the camera that's actually looking right up, down, like right up and down, like a bird view, just looking to the walls, right? So the walls are in this very weird formation. The chairs and the tables are actually in the same perspective as the character. So it works. Both of them together work. Not necessarily. They look kind of weird together. But having like one of them as walls, another as objects, kind of looks cool. Like you can just deal with it. But then having a checked ground just makes it seem like there's another perspective point, you know, somewhere. That makes this ground kind of ethereal. I don't know how to call it, but it seems like you're floating on top of it, not walking on top of it. You really feel like you're floating instead of walking. I think it's because of the checked pattern. If I just completely remove it and make one solid color as the ground, let me see how it works. Yeah, it feels a lot different. It's definitely less interesting. But it really feels like it works better, you know? Having a simpler ground. I really want to keep the checkers, but I may not be able to. I have a few options. I can change the walls again to keep the checkers. Because the real problem is that the walls doesn't make sense. Actually, the checkers also don't make sense. Yeah, the problem is actually the collision between 2 perspectives, not literal collisions. Sorry, literal collisions. God, it's not about the collisions. It's about the like 2 perspective points merging with one another, you know, like just fusing together into one thing. This simply does not work. Not correct, not in this way that I made it at least. And I noticed one problem with the chairs. One very stupid problem with the chairs. So let me just save this. See air chair, and then I see chair. Yeah, it looks better. But now I'll have to choose another color for the ground. This will not work. I spent pretty much one whole stream just making these checkers, and I think that I'll scrap them completely. Of course, I will not do that right now, but yeah. And I'm actually very stupid, you know? Because I have the ground here, and I can just save it as cafe ground old. And then the cafeteria walls, I can just stop them and remake these changes, you know, because these changes are actually very good. I like these changes. Right. And then I'll save it as old. So if any time I actually need to change the size of the area, you know, go back to the previous way, I already have the files. I don't have to just remake them every time. I just will have them once and that's it. So now I can just change it freely. Making it darker does not help it. What if I change the color of the walls? This is bad. I can already see that this will look ugly. I really don't know about this one. Oh yeah, and what about the roof and the walls being different colors? I think that's a good idea, actually. That's a lot better than having both of them being the same colors, you know? And actually, having pinkish walls may not be a bad idea at all. Let me just try it. Something more gray, maybe? It's a lot more neutral, but it doesn't look quite right. And if I just use this yellow here? I remember that when I made Tasogare, I was actually testing this as well. And this is actually the yellow of the Tasogare room. Yeah, but I feel like it's not going anywhere. Let me try this color here. I think there's actually too much shadow and highlights on the walls. What if I just made them red? Red is actually a very peculiar color for interiors. I don't feel like it fits very well. I like yellow because yellow is very... It kind of looks like a McDonald's. I kind of feel like the yellow works better because of its similarities with the white. It's similar to a neutral color, you know what I mean? Like, of course, yellow is not neutral, but... This simply does not look right. What if I try a less saturated? pink. I don't think less saturated colors will make that difference. Because I think it would be cool to just have a normal color in the walls. I'm just feeling that I'll have nowhere to run. I'm kinda just having that feeling. The feeling that I'll have to stick with yellow. Don't get me wrong, yellow is not a bad color, but there's something wrong about it. There really is something wrong about it. Oh yeah, so I gotta remember that this is actually a made cafe, not a normal cafeteria actually. So it has to be special, it has to be different. And I think that actually using one of these pinkish colors will look a lot, not better, but will look good. I believe. Hope so, at least. But if I use this shade of pink again, I think that I'll be overusing it. And it doesn't even look that good. Yeah, the red walls were not a good idea. And the green walls. No, it's not going to be good. It's not going to look good. I'm thinking about this pinkish purple here. It's the one that mostly fits with the vibes of the cafeteria, you know. But I don't know if I like it. And the ground could be a colder color actually. Like a purple, maybe. So this is actually a thematic experience. The cafeteria I'm talking about. Maybe if the ground is just red, it looks awful. Maybe if the ground is this shade here again. It does indeed look awful. If the ground's brown, there's less chance of it looking awful. But somehow it does look awful. If it's a yellowish brown. It still looks awful. I believe that this color for the ground actually works very well. But then there's the exact same problem. The previous color wasn't already perfect. Well, for this configuration, I find this purple here, this pinkish purple, actually a lot more interesting. Because it has a little bit more contrast with everything. You know, with the player, with the tables and chairs and everything. Let me just show you that. Because all that you're seeing is just a color square. Let me show you, okay? So, these are the changes that I'm making, okay? So I just removed the checkers pattern, right? From the ground. And I'm trying to find a good color for the walls. But I just don't know. This doesn't look like it's a maid cafe, you know? Now this one looks a lot better. But that's the thing, it's less colorful. Less saturated, less colorful, it just makes it a lot dead, to be honest. It makes this place look dead. Do you see what I say when Click Team just breaks? That's what I mean. If I leave these walls but change this ground to something even more. Yeah, I truly feel like this just fits. Of all the colors that I tested, I think this one is my favorite. For now, of course. And I'm really thinking about leaving the ground a brownish color. No, brown will simply not work here. Even deeper blue. Maybe. No, it doesn't look quite right. Maybe having one of those reds. In the end, I'll just leave it purple. I think this is the best configuration that I can think of right now. So let me just add a little bit of color. Yeah. I was just seeing the music. Because I have to be kind of careful if the music just changes to another playlist without me noticing it. It is actually supposed to repeat this playlist, but I don't quite trust that, you know. because I pretty much never uses that button. I pretty much never use that button. Yeah. It restarted. The whole TUNIC soundtrack. I just listened to that today. I just listened to the whole TUNIC soundtrack today. While working. Again. Okay. Does it look better? Does it look worse? It looks worse because it merges with the background. Dude, that's another problem. Like, what the... Actually, having it merging with the background may not be a bad idea. Huh. Yeah, I believe I like this. I really like this. It looks a lot better than the other iterations that I made until now. Okay, so... how can I do this? What if I just choose another color, a different color? You know? Then it just mixes too much with the foreground, with the walls. I just choose blue. Nah. I still think that the best configuration is actually this ground here, this purple ground, but then it actually merges with the background, which is kinda bad. Let me just change that. I can change the background instead of the... yeah, I can change the background. Or I can just change it to a darker hue. But it does not look good. Now I'm actually in a horror movie. The secret is to make it even brighter. No. Or the secret is actually to keep the background merging with the shadows. Does it really matter that much? It kinda just makes it look cool, you know? And I'll add more effects on the background later. I could just do that right now, since it's like doing that. Okay, so yeah, so this is very interesting for me to show you, so I'll just change monitors again, switch monitors again. Okay, so 2. Mm. No, it's actually the opposite. So this one is this one's this. Actually the opposite, like this. So this is like the background. But it doesn't look very good. I'll create another variation of this background probably tomorrow. I'll not work on it today. Yeah, but I think I settled on the new colors, right? I really think they look a lot better. Let me just change one thing. It's actually the Café projectile walls that I just forgot to... Oh yeah, and again, let me just switch back to the old one and save it as old. Because then I could just change as many times as I want, you know. So now the collision is perfect, everything's working fine, you know. It's kind of giving, I don't know, it gives actually a very, very girly vibe. It's not bad, that's exactly what I wanted. But it's looking like a lot a dollhouse, you know, which would be kind of fine since the customers, I'm thinking them like plushies? I don't know. You know what would be really fun? If this entire game is just a girl playing with her dolls, you know? Yeah, that would be really interesting. Yeah. Hehe. You probably didn't know. Actually, there's no way you could know. But I already had that idea. Like long time ago. Not a long time ago, but some time ago, when I was thinking about this game and how I wanted it to work, I just decided, you know what, I wanted to have a lore. And then what's going to be the lore? And the lore is going to be toys. And a girl playing with her toys, you know? And the main protagonist is going to be a doll, and the customers are going to be plushies. If someone's actually watching this, now you know that. If I ever finish this game, if I ever make like endings to this game, make a campaign to this game, one of the secret endings, or the secret ending, is going to be that. You finding out that all this game was just a child's play, literally. A literal child's play. A girl playing with her dolls. Cute, isn't it? But it's kind of disturbing to think about it, to be honest. Because that girl must have a very, very disturbed mind, you know? Not disturbed mind, just very strange mind, because I'm planning on adding not many horror stuff, but some horror stuff, some horror elements to this game. So yeah. Okay, so what are you thinking about the new layout of the cafeteria? I'm thinking about adding more stuff to the ground, don't worry. And I'll just add more stuff in general. But yeah, what do you think? It's very interesting, isn't it? And what are your thoughts on the character tail? Does it look good? Does it look cool, actually? I hope it does. It's not all that easy to just make this tail work. I think the stuff that I really like about this game are the character and the shotgun. I think these two are just top notch. But the place is kind of bothering me a little. I don't know. I feel like I'm using too much yellow and purple. That's actually my favorite color combination of them all. Like, between any color combination ever, my favorite will always be yellow and purple. I feel like it has a very interesting charm to it. I really like purple and orange as well. Purple is my favorite color, but yeah, I feel like with a warmer color it looks very good. So I feel like I'm using too much yellow and purple here, because the walls are pink but kinda purplish. The ground is purple, the character's shotgun is purple, the ears are is yellow actually, sorry. The ears of the character are purple. Yeah, so there's some stuff here. Maybe I'll change the color of the tables and the chairs. I'm not completely satisfied about the general looking of this place, you know. Like, the color combinations are... there's something off about it, but between all color combinations that I tried, this one is the best by far. It has something that the others don't, but I don't know what it is. Okay. If you have any feedback, feel free to share. Because actually, just one mind thinking about it is not enough, I believe. Having more minds thinking about a problem can help it solve it faster. I like to just spit it. Okay, so now on to some gameplay explanations, right? Imagine that you're here behind the counter and then you see a fake customer, but that specific fake customer is sitting with a order. What do you do? Do you actually fulfill its order or not fulfill its order? If you fulfill its order, it's going to count as a victory, as you fulfilled a normal order, because the fake customers will also ask for stuff, will also make orders. But then you can kill it. But if you kill it before you fulfill its order, then you'll be just missing a opportunity to get more points, you know? It's not like you'll be losing points, it's just that you'll be losing the opportunity to get more points. I'm kind of liking it, to be honest. I really like the chairs. I feel like the chairs are alright. I really like them. The walls are too detailed. I'll have to change that later. Reduce a little bit of the shading of the walls and add something else on the ground. Let me try something. Very quickly. If I just add another table here, it's going to be too much, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, I do think it's too much. Or is it? 8 chairs. 8 chairs is not a bad number of chairs, actually. I'm thinking about making this table here and this table here square. I think that's not a bad idea, because they're actually the only tables that have only one chair. And I'll make them a little bit smaller. Oh, and with only one thingy, only one menu. Or with no menus, actually. These tables could have no menus, but then how the customers would actually order without a menu. Yeah, that's right. If I have this table here, I lost the opportunity to add a stage here. A tiny little stage. I think it would be fun to have a tiny stage so you can just stand up here, because in the end, this is indeed a maid cafe. So the maids would sing, would dance, or anything like that, would perform here on the stage to the customers. But without a stage, that's kind of strange, a maid cafe like this, you know. I don't know if in maid cafes they actually perform or anything like that, but I feel like it would make sense, like for these maids to be kinda half idols, you know? I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like having a tiny stage here would be very fun. And would be a very good spot for you to just shoot at any chair. Oh, actually, that's the problem. If the fake customer is actually sitting here and there's more customers sitting here, then you have to just do this. One thing that I decided is that I'm not going to make anything block the shot except for walls and customers. So these walls and the customers are the only things that will actually block the shots. Like chairs, tables, nothing of that will actually block the shots. So you'll be able to shot right there, or right there. Not from here, because from here would be impossible. But from here to there, if there's no other customer in the way, you know? Yeah, you'll be able to do that. Oh yeah, the shot just stopped right there on that table because it actually collided with this wall here that's behind me. I don't know if I'll have 3 tables here. Now looking at it, it kind of makes sense to have 3 tables here. But this looks a lot more clean. I don't know. But at the same time, only 6 chairs. Like, I know that 6 chairs was my ideal number of chairs. But that's because I was actually planning on just having 3 tables. But now with 4 tables, I could even have 5 tables. Maybe 5 tables is even better. Another stuff that I could do is just don't have 2 chairs. Just have 1 chair per table. So only 1 customer could sit on each table at a time, you know? So then I could have more tables like this. But then again, there would be only 5 chairs. Even less chairs. Of course, I think that 5 customers at a time is a good number, you know? But what I'm thinking is, in tables with 1 chair, only 1 customer could go in, right? In tables with two chairs, only 1 customer would come in as well. The reason? That's because it's not common to just sit on the table with someone that you don't know on a cafeteria, you know? So what I was thinking is that there would be 2 modes in this game, okay? There would be the day shift and the night shift. The day shift would just be 1 person per table. And the night shift, the customers would actually come in duos. So yeah, there would be 2 people, 2 customers per table. Except of course for the tables that only have 1 chair. So having 1 chair per table only in this configuration here removes the possibility of adding that gimmick where customers could bring their families or their partners, their friends, something like that, you know? Kinda removes that possibility. So I don't know, I really don't know what to do. And what if I don't have the tables like that? What if I have them a little bit changed, you know? Looks more interesting, to be honest. It really looks more interesting. Oh yeah, of course. So I'm really thinking about leaving it like this. A total of 5 tables. Total of 5 tables. 2 of these tables have only 1 chair. The other 3 have all 2 chairs. I think that's a good configuration. So we could have 1 customer here, 1 customer here, 1 customer here, 1 here, and 1 here for the day shift. For the night shift, we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 customers at once. While on the day shift, you could only have 5. So that would bring the difficulty of the night shift to a whole new level, you know? Let me see if... You see, it's not even possible to fit a chair here. I believe that having it like this is... It's kind of not very interesting because it's too perfect. No, but having like these 2 tables a little bit to the sides and this one in the offset compared to the others kind of gives that vibe, you know? And as in any establishment ever, there will be 1 chair that's right next to the bathroom door. Literally the worst place ever. But yeah, you can all sit here if you want to. On the shotgun made cafe. Yeah. Keep in mind that our character, lore-wise, is not the manager or anything like that. She's just the worker, right? She's just hired to take care of this cafeteria during the day. And there is her friend. I don't even know if they actually met before or not. I think that's going to be more interesting if they have not met before, if they don't know each other. The lady from the night shift is actually hired for the night shift. So this character, this is the day shift character, or the main character. There will indeed be another character, but I'm not planning on making her playable. She's going to be an NPC, and you have to take her place on a night shift. After something happens to her, I don't know yet what, but something will happen to her, and you have to take care of the cafeteria during the night shift as well. It's not very realistic, because if you work on the day shift, you probably will not work on the night shift. At least I hope so, because it's too much work. I think that the day shift will be 8 hours, and night shift will be an additional 6. So yeah. It's a lot. Because the night shift will actually start from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m., right? To midnight. And the day shift will start actually from 8. Let me just think about that. It could be from 8, or you could be on the afternoon shift actually. Yeah, I think that you actually will be playing on the afternoon. So the morning will not have maids. The maids will only come at the afternoon and the night, and in the night, during the night. Could there be someone taking care of the place during the morning time? That's interesting. I could even put another character here. The morning maid. The morning maid would be very cheerful, I imagine. Actually, you will just play as the afternoon mage. But I think that you cover the whole morning and afternoon shift. Yeah, you'll be the day shift maid, so you cover everything in the day shift. I think that's it. Yeah. So in all of this time of stream, all that I did was to change the colors, reduce the size, shrink the size actually, of the cafeteria, and make the chairs and tables. I actually hoped to work a lot more than I did, but I'm very tired as well, so points to that. And in the end, I feel like I'm liking it. Again, there's too much empty space, like between tables here. Like there's lots of empty spaces. But these empty spaces are actually kind of important because you have to have space for the customers to sit on the chairs, to just walk around. So I think these spaces are actually very important. This here to the entrance to the bathroom as well. If I would choose one place from this entire cafeteria to sit and eat in peace, it would be this one. This one would be the best place in the entire cafeteria. Because if you just look there, you can see the window, you can see the outside world, right? And that's poetic. Just imagine sitting here and drawing something, painting something, like sketching on your sketchbook, something like that. Would be very interesting. And you could also look down here to see another window. The only problem is that people from this window could see what you're doing. But then, none of these tables are actually safe from that. Only this table here, maybe here, but again, this is one of the worst spots of the cafeteria, so I believe this one is actually the best spot of them all. Maybe this one? But then again, you don't have like how to look on the windows, and you couldn't actually, like, people could not see what you're doing, but then you'll be taking a whole 2-person slot, It's better to just sit alone here. I think that's it. I think I'll wrap it up for today. Tomorrow, Tomorrow morning I'll stream again and work a little bit more. Let me just switch to a sprite very quickly. So yeah, let me just stop the music. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you don't mind that the stream literally just were cut in half because something happened. My computer almost crashed. So yeah, it was very strange. Any feedback, just comment. I'll be very happy to just read it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Até mais.